Something happened on August 1st that a lot of people still aren't fully aware of, and it's got more than a few folks concerned. The Social Security Administration quietly made a change that means, in some cases, they can now directly check your bank accounts before approving certain benefits. And guess what? It's already in effect. It's called EM 25046, but don't let the name fool you. The policy could have real effects on how benefits are given out and on how much financial privacy people feel they have. What's interesting is that this change isn't being talked about much outside certain circles. It touches on something that makes a lot of people uncomfortable: government access to your money. This might not affect everyone right now, but what I'll explain later may surprise you about where it could go from here. So stick around, because understanding this could help you prepare for changes down the road, whether you're receiving SSI now or you're worried about future Social Security rules. Before we get into it, I want to know your take. Do you think the government should have the ability to check bank balances for benefit programs? Share your thoughts in the comments, because this is one of those topics where hearing other people's views can really broaden the conversation. And while you're here, if you want to keep up with clear, no hype explanations on important financial changes, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. So here's the deal. As of August 1st, the SSA now runs an automatic bank account verification for everyone applying for supplemental security income, SSI, if they're age 65 or older. This is for what the SSA calls SSI age cases, and that's regardless of whether you've reported having a bank account or not. Before this, they'd only do this kind of check if you told them you had more than $400 in liquid resources. Now it's automatic for these cases, no matter what. And this doesn't just apply to first-time applications. It also applies to certain spouse cases, reopened claims, and even appeals that end with an approval. It's a big shift from the old system, which relied more on self-reporting. Now, the SSA is basically saying, we're going to check every time for this group. So, why do they say they're doing this? Well, their main reason is to make sure SSI benefits go to people who actually qualify under the program's rules. Unlike Social Security retirement benefits, SSI is funded by general tax dollars, not payroll taxes you've paid over the years. And it's strictly for people with very limited income and assets. The limit for an individual is just $2,000 in countable resources, so even a small bank account could make a difference in eligibility. The SSA has also said overpayments are a big problem. In 2022 alone, they estimated $4.6 billion in SSI overpayments, and undisclosed bank accounts are one reason that happens. By removing that old $400 trigger and just checking everyone in this category, they think they can reduce those mistakes. Now, here's where people start to split. Supporters say, well, SSI has always been a means-tested program, meaning you have to show you're financially eligible. So verifying accounts is just part of making sure the rules are followed. From that view, this is simply a targeted check for a group that's more likely to have eligibility issues. But critics see something different. They see this as building the infrastructure for more routine government access to private bank accounts, which could later be expanded to other programs. And this isn't just a wild guess. There's history to point to. You see, we've seen targeted measures before that started small and then grew. Medicare's income-based premium surcharges, the taxation of Social Security benefits above certain income levels, both started narrowly and expanded over time, even beyond Social Security.
Okay, folks, I'm going to stop it there because it goes on and on and on and on. But I told you, and it started August the 1st. They start creeping into our bank accounts. Oh, it's so sunny out here today. Without our knowledge. And give me your handle on that. They put a cap from $2,000 to $400 if you have it in your bank account. Does that mean you're not eligible to receive your Social Security or SSI? I tell you, I was just sitting here thinking, I'm 63, so basically I have at least 3.5 more years to just sitting around like this, because if I contemplate going to work, they come back at you and start taking it back from you. If you're under the 67-year-old age group, where you can make as much money as you want and they won't mess with you. And I'm even thinking about going back to nursing. Once I turn 67, and they can't dictate or tell you how much money you can or cannot make, I'm going back to nursing for a good 10 years. I figure I'll really retire if I feel like it. Between 65 and 75 and 77. Where I can get out of this slump I'm in. I cannot see myself constantly just being here with an old raggedy car, barely able to make ends meet at the end of each month. I'm down to $20 at the end of the week, the last week of every month, to last me to the first. And it's becoming ridiculous. I just wasn't prone to this. I wasn't brought up like this. I wasn't used to this. When I retired or came out on disability, I didn't think it would be this hard, especially once I lost my spouse and trying to do it toe by toe on my own. It's hard. It's taxing. It's depressing. And now they're putting more stipulations on how much you can have here, how much you can have there. I mean, come on, how much of our privacy do you really need to creep into? Okay? We're not creeping in yours, millionaires, billionaires. We're not doing it to you guys. Why are you doing it to us? That's how I feel. So, like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Support me on Buy Me a Coffee. Definitely go to Ko-Fi. Trying to help me with my little Miss Daisy, which is my little Dodge Caliber. We gotta try and make it through the winter. I don't have my granddaughter right now. She went home last night, so I'm just sitting here reflecting, writing into my journal on this next phase of my life. And I don't think this is the end of my life. It may be my silver years, or probably even my golden years. But gold means precious. And I am a precious one of God. And I'm not taking this land down. So, leave me a comment, people. Stay fine, stay vigilant, stay focused, stay cool. See you.